1.
Welcome, Part 2, Authentic Reality Check, Cultivating Authentic Power, Opening the Gates of Empathy. Again, Part 2. This is a special note for all who are religiously observant. I want you to take special interest and listen at this very short, very intimate, personal action that I would like for you to consider before any more email, phone calls, comments. Then we'll have a better talk. Also, there is some information regarding letter J, 500 years old, and some other items that may be of interest to you to be able to understand that those types of differences where you negatively assign certain attributes to certain classes and groups of people and cultures only causes separation. So think about that. From time immemorial, Source has been speaking, sending, guiding, and providing everything the universe needs to maintain life as we know it. There have been many ancient civilizations and religions that convey truths for preservation of life and the advancement of all needed functions. We must begin to understand that the truth has always been here. The vibrational frequencies have always been present, and we have always been attuned to those in our time. So in the past 30 years or so, science, mathematics, physics, mechanical, and quantum all test. So many of the principal doctrines and beliefs in Christianity are also found in older religions worldwide. The truth in various forms has been around and practiced by millions. There is no exclusivity on authentic truth. Language and linguistics are often used as the culprits of illusion. Many in power decided what would be received and excluded many things that we have found to also be authentic truth. Source has always had light workers, those who are taking you light. We speak of light as revelation, light as knowledge, light as beginning, both earthly and heavenly to assist. There is no big us and little them. So I asked you to conduct a very simple experiment. Perform a God swap. That's right. No, it isn't blasphemy. I said perform a God swap. You have all this information regarding the deity that you refer to as God, and then in many of your emails and your comments, you are relating that what someone else believes in is a demon, it's an idol, it's idolatry, it isn't truth, and you're right, but you are a part of a baby religion. One of the youngest religions there is. Look it up for yourself. And with all of the changes in major deception, I spoke of the ghost of Marcion. Marcion. What did he do to the Bible? And this is truth. The Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, the Archdiocese of every area know this and concur. Yes, this did happen. But, hey, we got millions of masses of books out. Oh, hey, part of it was good. So, let's not be that way. You are not walking in light and truth and love when you are making these rash statements that are so cruel and not in any way identifying with that which you say you follow. You say in John chapter 1, verse 4, that in him was life, and that life was the light of men. That's the light that you're supposed to be carrying, the light of authentic truth. Loving, compassionate, kind. Not believing that you are some semi-deity, demigod, special class system. No. So I want you to think about the time. Now calm yourself and listen with an open heart. There is nothing to fear. Doesn't your Bible say you are to spend your time rightly dividing the words of truth? Why would you have to divide them if it was all true? Aha! Going somewhere. Meditate. Ask for common truth to be revealed. Fear has torment. So if you're tormented, if you're nervous about it, that's fear. What are you fearing if you belong to that which is above you, below you, in front of you, beside you, behind you? There are far too many instances in our past that led us to hold erroneous doctrines based on fear. God's going to get you for that. It's going to get you for that. It's going to get you for that. He's all-knowing, all-powerful, all-seeing. Consciousness that is not contained in a body is incorporeal. Incorporeal. Nobody. So, he knows everything about you, created you, the consciousness, whether you want to call it source, creator, my God, godmother, godfather, the man upstairs, whatever you want to, whatever makes you understand and realize that you didn't create yourself. Believing if we examine another path that we would be punished, and other such illogical ideas. Remember who was speaking, always, every book, every chapter, I don't care what you're reading, who's speaking and to whom they're speaking, at what time. Now, the reason that you don't understand Paul, whose real name is Shaul, and there was no, every Jewish person will tell you this, there was never anything in the Torah that said when he walked the Damascus road that a voice came to him and said, Shaul, Shaul, I'm changing your name to Paul. Didn't happen. Did not happen. But you have 45 different stories, dances, movies, songs about the Apostle Paul said this, and the reason that it's totally illogical to everything else, he wasn't speaking to Christians, early, middle, modern, or late Christians. The Shaul, Paul that you know, was for the head of the tribe, the highest scholar of a Benjaminite. Being a Hebraic scholar, I have a degree in that and can tell you they are to this day keepers of the Orthodox Reform laws. So congregations would write and say, settle this issue for me. And when you see the answer about the women sitting 12 rows behind the men with the gate and women are to be quiet, that's because in the synagogue in that day, that was the seating arrangement, because the women were holding the baby saying, hey, honey, what did he say? What did he say? Because they weren't allowed to come to the front. That did not mean Christians, women need to sit in the back and be quiet. No. There's a whole bunch of denominations that have this backwards attitude, and they didn't get it from Hebraic or Jewish people, because the women, if you will look at the life of those who are Orthodox, Reform, Conservative, Modern, all have the same pride, knowing there are 250 women within the Torah and Bible that held positions of authority. Remember, Barak reported to Deborah. She was the chief of the land. There was no man above her, because when we come to this matter of always making a woman to seem subservient, there are a lot of things that were not translated correctly across linguistic lines. So, have no fear. Okay, your question for the other group that has sent me, I don't know, 187 emails. I am not super religious, but I do believe in God. I was always taught, thou shalt have no other God to before me. Do you think our Creator agrees with us moving outside of what we already know to search in the unknown? I answered 2 things. I understand, and yes. First of all, you must understand the language of the times in which that verse was written. You're looking at it from English. It wasn't written in English. Okay. And they didn't translate from the Hebrew in that area. They chose the Greek. And the Greek changed everything he liked. He didn't like Yochanan's name being Yochanan. He changed Yochanan's name to, he'll be John. We'll just call him John. Okay, Shaul. No, not Shaul. We'll call him Paul. Oh, Matthias. We will not call him Matthias. We will call him Matthew. On and on and on and on. And with the words for sky, he only used 1 word. In Hebrew, we have 12 words for sky because he's part of the sky. Is definitive. Okay, now, calm down, calm down, calm down. Okay, you have taken this verse at face value. First and foremost, God is a title and refers to Creator, Consciousness, Source, Father, etc. Known by many titles throughout the world. So the source is always near and is the originator of all things that are in the universe. That is the oldest, the very oldest of contiguous titles that we in our research have found in over 30 years. The source of radiant essence, the one who causes the sun to radiate, the moon to radiate, and they gave 4,000 examples. It was in each corner of the earth had the exact same information. Okay. Only the one who is uniquely aware of all civilization could speak to so many in a way that was understandable, but the main focus was for everyone to seek authentic truth and live it out as a lifestyle of love, not a religion. Not a religion. He said he hated religion. In other cultures, they said, no, blissful lifestyle is what we're looking for. Okay, the bright light of current truth. I'm calling it a bright light because it is very bright. There's no way to look around, but you are going to make your own choices. This is not twist your arm behind your back. This is response to what you have continually asked of me. The very reason, this is part 2, that you feel the way you do is based upon the teachings you've received and your perception of a being holding a book and seeking to punish your every move. That isn't the consciousness that is love-based. The great one knowing how we are to seek, inquire, and rightly divide those things that are true from those that aren't. That, my friend, is becoming authentic. When you believe that you and only you and your kind are walking in truth, you have become prey to the negative entity and feed it every time your voice or actions align with total error. Then you cause further separation. This is the opposite of love and oneness, allowing others to grow as you yourself grow. There is no one upon this earth that holds all authentic truth. This is the lifestyle portrayed by Yeshua HaMashiach, commonly known by you as Jesus. Don't know how that happened because the letter J is only 500 years old and Hebrew has no letter J, never a J. 22 letters. Remember, that's where you get the alphabet from, the Aleph Bet. They only added a letter and made it alphabet. If you go to David Barton's website, wallbuilders.com, he is a historian that will show you we were only 1 vote shy because one member of Congress changed their mind from having Hebrew as the national language. So we better go with English. No one wanted to honor the UK, Britain, England. Not at that time. So sometimes some things you think you know and you kind of know, and it's okay to stick with what you want to know, but don't take and put anybody else on the stake, on the cross, because you say, oh, they're worshiping idols. Well, did you know that Yeshua was not hung on a cross? It was a stake. The Roman Nova, National Geographic. Romans don't make crosses. They only shave a tree and make a stake. That's what they did to torture them, to spread your limbs and torture. So, having lived over there, yes, I had to see and feel and touch and go and all of that. So they laugh and like, okay, if you want a cross, you know. And then, if that's an item of torture, you wear it around your neck. Okay. We are such a very peculiar people because you exalt one thing that you consider is yours and you defame something that you don't have knowledge of. There were others who were sent and provided some of the same information that you received from Christianity, such as Shiva and Ananda and many, many others before him. Do you also believe that before your lifetime, before 2,000 years ago, probably 3,000, that there were none who espoused authentic truth and love? There was no one? So you're saying that this loving creator God that you know said, I'm going to leave these people in total darkness for all these thousands of years. All around the world. I created them and they're just fodder. That doesn't make sense. Okay. In summary, I've studied for more than 29 years, all ancient religions, attended 4 universities, received an amazing, miraculous call to reach out with authentic truth. If you have questions, feel free to contact me by any method and I will show you with loving care where we as humans often go astray and provide the information you need to no longer be spoon-fed by those who can seek to keep you in the limited lifestyle. Love where you worship. I'm not saying that. Don't hate anyone. Don't hate anyone. But in your heart you need to know and react to truth. We hold no one at fault. A man can only give you what he believes is true. But continuing in authentic truth is to continue to seek, search, and verify. Aligning with authentic truth of today. What are you receiving today? Because if you are current, that means you are present, and that means that you are also supposed to flow in present current truth and enlightenment that is coming, the light that is coming for now, for you to resolve the issues of now and live your life now. Not for you to roll back and say, I'm going to live as XYZ. If you want to do it, that's your choice. So are you living in your authentic truth? This is a lifelong venture. You gain more and more each day, learning and loving this life. Separation is not the way. What are your gifts? What is your passion? Are you growing? Or are you just attending different programs, conferences to lift you up? Why? Don't spend another day living in the same actions over and over again. That's just marking time. You were created for more. Authentically yours. Authentic reality is all about helping you to form a direct connection to source. See this power stream that you see coming here? Universal power. Yeshua HaMashiach, which means Jesus the Messiah, was sent to reveal a lifestyle of daily direct connection and the expression of love, gratitude, and above all, authentic truth. Stay in the knowing. To remain in the knowing, you must seek Source Creator daily and listen for authentic truth. You are to no longer abide or agree with those things that are not authentic truth. What you just say is, I no longer agree. You don't have to argue. You don't have to put anyone down and allow others to grow. Allow them to learn. But you remain centered in your authentic truth. Seek the truth now. Become authentic now. Receive your authentic power daily. Connect to the power grid that never fails. Begin the path of authentic power today. Beloved, remember, there is no such thing as left behind. You are the spark of universal change.